Welcome back. We are on the grid at Canada Home Grand Prix, starting in 4th place. But before we get the race started, let's just skip back and take a quick look at the lap that got us here to 4th in qualifying.
On a lap, Red Fire Tiger just behind, going into the final chicane. On board in there, goes a little bit wide, touches a wall, and unfortunately just goes off the circuit enough to invalidate. Sorry, go on.
We can maybe see a top 3 here from Zlatan. He's actually on a very good lap here. He's up by about 8 tenths through the middle sector. If there's time in the final sector, he definitely can get into the top 3. He goes up very quickly through the chicane and keeps it right tight to the line. A 9.5, as I said, a top 3 lap time.
Very, very good lap time there from Zlatan in that Aston Martin, jumping himself up from outside the top 10 all the way up to P3. I think we've got...
It's funny because in this qualifying we actually had a random person not in our league get in, so we were going to restart the lobby after. I thought it meant the whole lobby was restarting, so I didn't even take qualifying seriously, but it worked out for me. But here we're on the grid, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out, away we go. Now, we started here, we had an issue, we sat on the grid for a few minutes. These tires are ice cold right now, so it's going to be a hard start for everyone. Getting by the Alfa Romeo right off the first, going into turn 1, huge collision in the background behind us, staying ahead of this all, gaining a place, going straight to a virtual safety car. Glad we made it through the carnage alright. I kind of expected that turn to be crazy, so it benefited us very much that we managed to get into to 3rd. Or qualify in 4th, because that's probably the only reason we were able to get around it so quickly. But jumping over, we're in lap 2 now. Virtual safety cars end. We get Sachin ahead of us in the Alfa Romeo, Ryan behind us on mediums in the Ferrari, and we know he's fast. Keeping an eye on Sachin in front, just looking for any issues or any errors, but for now I'm not pushing too hard. I'm okay waiting till the 3rd lap if I need to for DRS, and we skip forward to the 3rd lap right now. DRS is on, so now I'm ready to attack once we get to the next straight. Following Sachin and the Alfa Romeo through as we come through the corners here. Very low traction zone, very hard to get on the throttle. We notice his car gets a little squirrely and out of shape there, so we're going to go for the move on the inside because we know the momentum's low. We get a good launch and just go sending it by the outside, taking P2 right off the go, and now we're going to head on towards P1. Not making that corner properly, going to bail just to avoid getting the accident because those curves will completely wreck you. So having to take any runoff that we had left over on the inside, but we're going to come around this hairpin now. We try and chase Ethan down. He's at 1.92 seconds ahead already, so it's going to be a hard gap to close on him, especially with the momentum that he has going right now. But that said, trolley out of the session, virtual safety car deployed. This will give us a chance to catch up to him and give it another go. Just jumping over to lap 6, he gets a really good launch out of the restart on that safety car. Absolutely sends it, almost makes it out of that 1 second DRS. I'm not too panicked yet. My pace here is really, really strong, and all I have to do is stay within a second if I can. As he goes out wide but then skips to the inside, that definitely throws me off there. I thought he went into a wall, but we'll skip to lap 9 right now. We've got the DRS started up. He has gained. He's got a wicked pace right now, and Chills behind us has managed to overtake Ryan by diving into one of the turns in the back. But here we go for another safety car. Out right now on softs, this is going to be a great time to go ahead and get these mediums on because these softs aren't working for me.
Yeah, I did not do well with those softs.
You've got the added
any safety car.
You've got the added wear as well, haven't you? Yeah. I'd go the end of lap 23.
Yeah, you get a very short session with them.
But then you obviously got to worry about what everybody else is doing around you with safety cars.
Jumping to lap 10, safety car ends, we're back on the go, currently in 7th place. Got Exotic ahead of us in the Red Bull, Quick Dead behind us, he's real quick as well, so we're going to quite a go here. Keep an eye on the Red Bull, goes up the inside, locks up though, going a little deep, tapping on the AlphaTauri. We make it around the outside, slows our momentum a little bit, we don't want to get caught up. This puts Quick Dead right on the back of us. The Red Bull, as he wants to go left, right, trying to find a way around, just can't make it. We're going to put the power on, park it in the middle, just to make it an awkward spot to try and get around. Just to kind of block off that aggressiveness. Coming through the chicane here, Red Bull front slow, coming around the corner, loses it back just a little bit, red lights flashing, low on power, we're just going to take the easy overtake here. That side, he's not willing to give it up, not willing to concede, so he's going to go and send it on the outside, turning into us on the inside, hitting us directly, then sticking on the inside to bash us again. We're going to hold it on the outside here, and we're going to manage to get the place done. Watch in the background because you'll see these Red Bulls going at it as well as he tries to follow us through the chicane. It's definitely a one-line chicane. He was never going to make it in side by side. Going into the next corner here, getting a really good break, on the traction quick and early, watching the rearview mirror. It seems like he gets a little squirrely on that one, pulls to the side, lets his teammate through. Now Quick Dead's up for a try. Quick does a lot quicker as well. He's a full-time Red Bull driver versus a reserve, so he's going to do a much better job. Coming across here, getting a penalty, or a warning for a penalty at least. As we've got Quick Dead behind us, taking a look. He's 0.4 back though, so not a problem. You go into this hairpin, he decides to lunge it up the inside instead. Sends it, bashing us out of the way, hitting us off our line. We lose momentum, and he gets by. So, pain in the ass, nothing I can do about it now that we're going to try and stay with him, or at least not lose any more spots here. Sachin behind us is still 1.4 back, so we don't have to worry about losing a spot to him, but I don't really want to lose pace on the guys ahead of me. I want to just stick with them for now, save my tires, but get dragged along, so at the end of the race I've got something to drive on if we don't go to another safety car. I'm going to follow them across, but right off the bat you can see they're already fighting. I'm not going to get too close to it because any of these turns, if they get in accidents, I don't want to get collected. We can see how close these guys are getting to each other. There's a theme you'll see in this one. As we spin over, losing the back end.
Damn, that was gonna be such a good move too.
I can explain a little more later. This is something that comes down to the settings. I didn't realize it in the moment. It's just the way I set the car with the differential of the car, which is at the rear wheels. The more open it is, the more independent those wheels can turn. I was experimenting with lower diff settings, which means the wheels can turn more, but what happens is when you leave, because of how much faster they're rotating, when you do lose a back end, it's basically impossible to stop it. It just slides, it goes, you can't correct it no matter what. Once it's going, it's gone. I didn't know this right away, so lesson learned, but we jump ahead to lap 15, getting a safety car, which is going to give us a chance to at least get back on the back of them. We're currently in 11th place, so what we're going to do...
I won't fight you, but if you want to run straight just to be safer. Probably better off following the soft through anyway.
We decided to stay out anyway. Lap 18, safety car's ending. Staying out brings us up to 4th place. Ryan's behind us. He's on soft tires. He's going to be much quicker than us, and I'm not going to get in his way, so you heard it there. We're going to look for a safe spot to get him by because it's probably better for me just to follow him through anyway. Quick Dead's behind him on mediums, so if I can follow the soft and stay with the soft pace, it'll keep me ahead anyway. But what I'm going to do is watch here because I don't want to cost him, and I'm looking for a spot where I can let him through safe without letting Red Bull through. We come around here, get a slightly bad exit, see on the inside. Going to let off the throttle a little bit, just to make sure he makes it through here safe and we don't have any problems on this turn. Ryan gets through, we're block off the Red Bull, we're going to keep going here. Now Red Bull, I would assume, thinks I just got taken genuinely, so he's looking for a way past, assuming it was weakness. It was planned to help, but he's going to go around the outside here. We stick to the inside, giving him room. We're going to get hit on the inside again, knocking us off, which kills our momentum, and he goes sending it through again. Pain in the ass, nothing I can do. We got red fire in the back of us right now, and you'll watch him because you'll see him a bunch this race, but he's going to try and get through now. Super impatient, trying to go up the left, so we're going to give him space, but we're going to make this a tough one for him. There's no way he can make it through here. He goes to try for it, we tuck him the inside, but it also gives us another penalty. Trying to get that one removed, we'll see if it works, just because that one I had to dive on the inside just to avoid him. He did the same move on many people laps before, and he's shown he's got no problems cutting corners. So I had to avoid as much as I can. But we're going to skip ahead. We're on lap 19 right now, driving through. We're going to have another go with him at the end of this lap. But for now, I'm just going to try and stick with Catchy. He's 0.3 ahead of me, and I'm looking for an opportunity to pass him if he has a weak spot, or if I can follow him for now and save some power. I'm totally cool with that too. But we've got Syndicate on the back of us now, who's made up by Red Fire. Syndicate, I was in a chat with them during this race too, so we had communication with each other. He's going to stick on the back of us for now. We're going to go through the chicane. Most of Canada's chicanes and extremely quick, very easy to lose it on any of these curbs, so it's a tough track for sure, even though it looks like maybe a little easier. So we go into the final hairpin here, go to the outside as he comes at the inside. We're going to leave space for each other, both leaving racing room, going a little wide, losing some momentum. He makes it the inside, and fair play to him. It was a really good drive. We're on the chat together. It was a fun moment, but back inside once again, you've got Fire, who decides he's going to try and make up for last lap when he couldn't get it by, and now he's going to try again. Going left, right, looking for a way. There's no chance he's going to make it on the inside or the outside of this corner.
Fucking dude, who is this? This Tiger guy is
Tiger mate
constantly.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing?
Bashing as he goes up the inside, hitting us in the braking zone, pushing us wide, still staying on the inside to hit us again. Flashes angle on the top right there. You can see how close he keeps getting. This boy is pissed off, and if he's going to go for it this turn, I'm going to let him hit the wall.
Flash, that was bullshit.
Yeah, mate, he's just smashed me off.
He'll just expect you to move out of the way and it's starting to piss me off.
You could hear the drivers getting pissed off. Some of the drivers were in a chat with, sending even my teammate getting taken out there in the back. I mean, this is getting super annoying at this part because this has been race after race after race after race. But we're lap 22. We got Syndicate in front of us, Sachin behind us. I know my pace is still really, really strong here. I've got one of the fastest times out of anybody on this track, despite not being great here. It is my home track, so maybe it made me work a little harder. Coming through here right now, Ferrari ahead of us. We're just looking for an opportunity to get by him. He's really slow here. Energy's low. We're going to go ahead and take it. And we're just going to go safely up to the inside following Syndicate through here. Syndicate's a great driver as well. I do believe that my pace is going to be better. So again, I'm confident here. I don't have to push too hard. I'm just going to stay with him and look for opportunities. We're on lap 25 right now. We're only 0.5 away from him. We get DRS every time. There's 10 laps of racing left as well, so we got more than enough time in this. Not concerned as we're coming out of this traction zone. Very difficult as we spin and we lose it again.
I don't know what that was. That was the slowest spin. I should have. That was the slowest spin I've ever seen in my life.
It's exactly what we talked about last time. Because the wheel on the outside is spinning so much quicker, even if you let off the gas, there's no resistance in the rear brakes or in the rear wheels to slow you down. So instead all it does is just spin you and you can't touch it. It's like being on ice. If you watch top right, you can see my teammate trying to get through this Red Bull here, parking it right on the racing line. He's got damage on him.
Honestly, defies belief. I've got no front wing, so let's just sit on the racing line.
You can see why people are starting to get really, really frustrated. There's a lot of really good drivers here, but there's a lot of bad ones who just don't care anymore. Or don't care at all, have no respect, whatever it may be. These things are against the rules. You shouldn't be driving like this. So we're going to skip ahead. We're lap 25 right now. Ryan's in front of us, Tiger's behind us. We're going to go in to change tires, but the problem the mistake made here is that I switch over to mediums again. There's only 10 laps left. I could have done softs and made it run, and those softs aren't greatest here. But if there was a safety car, that's going to keep the tires better. If there's not, I'm still going to be okay. So the only difference is, I mean, at the end of the day, the mediums weren't terrible, but I would have caught up maybe a little more positions than I did because at the beginning you're just not as quick. Also on, I believe these are probably slightly used mediums. So not the best decision, but hindsight's 20/20 on this one, right? Nothing I can do about it now, though. You have to live in the moment racing. You got to forget the mistakes made because you got to still try and recover.
Let me know if they get bad, just so I know what his tires are like. Oh yeah, he's on 10
Yeah, he
laps.
should be dead, mate. He pitted this 9 seconds in front of me, and my rears are on 26.
Yeah, he's 10 laps
mediums.
10 lap bolts. I might be able to get a penalty removed because I think I got hit out by him actually.
Yeah, same as me, mate. That was the one who hit me off in the chicane.
At this point, the only goal is to catch up to Red Fire just to get those points from him. We're currently sitting, I mean, we're a little far away. We start at 15 seconds, now it's at 10. We're going to try and climb this as much as we can. Jumping to lap 33.
We have some fun with them.
He's at
chicanes,
12
mate.
seconds now, Flash.
Copy that. Even I'm starting to catch him, so you should be catching him, mate.
Yep. Yeah, quickly too. It's almost a second a lap now.
At this point, it's nothing more than a sprint just to make sure the dude who was screwing with me so far in the beginning doesn't end up ahead of me anyway. I'm trying to gain as many places as I can here, but we've definitely got it. We've managed to catch up. We went from 15 seconds to a 6-second gap. We definitely made the position that we needed to. Jumping over to the standings real quick because some of the drivers here refused to drive with any respect or they've been taking us out so long. We're sitting at 17th with only 15 points. Our teammate's sitting in 10th with only 25, where he won last season and dominated it. Skipping to the teams, collectively, we're not doing too well either. We're sitting at 7th with 40 points. There's not much we can do about the other drivers who have taken out almost every single race. So we're going to go and we're going to head into Monza next, where I'll have a bit of a replay, but we'll talk about if we're going to end up staying in this league or not.